What's up, guys? Stock here again. Update on withdrawals and everything. Day 16. Don't know how much hours, but I'll calculate that later. Uh, yeah, withdrawals are intensifying, going crazy. Oh, I mean, like seriously. For the sake of this vlog right now, I'm gonna keep composure, but off the camera. Oh shit, I'm going crazy already. Uh, yeah, withdrawals are getting really serious. I guess my mind is completely deprived of nicotine, or the act of doing it, the gesture or the mannerism of doing it, and of the actual chemicals from it. And as a result, it's going off the wall. It's going crazy. I find myself becoming a lot more impulsive, and I end up skipping thought before doing stuff, which isn't normally me, I guess, per se. And I guess it's definitely a whole entire new challenge, a different challenge altogether. You don't even know. It's really hard. It's really hard, considering that when you smoke, I mean, granted, if you've done it before and you've managed to quit and you smoke for a decent amount of time, then it's understandable. What for those of you guys out there who don't understand because you guys have never done so, please understand that when somebody smokes, for whatever reason that they initially start smoking or have their first cigarette, the more that they do it, the more their mind becomes I guess it becomes like more of a crutch for the human body, for the human mind. And when you start to smoke more often, you start to become more, I guess, addicted to it, but at the same time become more dependent on it. Especially when your mind makes the connection that when you smoke, it's because of stress, or it's because you're depressed, or it's because you're got problems or issues in your life. And when you do that, when you start to smoke with the intent to help, with the intent of you supposedly doing it because you feel it's going to help you out with your problems or with stress or whatever, then your mind starts to make that connection that cigarettes equals an alleviation from stress. Cigarettes equals an alleviation from pressures, or from sadness, or from depression. And when you rinse and repeat that exact same cycle over and over and over again, that same mindset, that mentality of what cigarettes is, and you doing the action of doing it every time you have a stressful situation or you have a problem or whatever, you just do it. That's when it becomes difficult to actually break free from it and to recover quickly, because your mind has, for X amount of years, just like me for instance, whenever I was smoking, I would smoke because I was stressed out, or because I was, I had problems, or I had stresses and stuff, and that would be my way of going, we have those moments where as smokers we would do that. It wasn't just a social thing where it was purely social, and when everybody stopped, I stopped, or they stopped, and that was it. No, for some of us out there, we smoke because we have pressures or situations or stresses in our lives, and the longer we do that with that mental connection between cigarettes and helping us alleviate stress or problems or whatever's going on in our heads or in here, the more difficult it gets, especially when you times that by the duration of time that you're doing that same process. Not only that, but how much times a day you're doing that process. That's when it comes to where I am now in the withdrawal stage. I'm only on day 16, and it's very, very, very hard, because your mind pretty much uses that as the only processing system to handle its stresses and pressures. And when you remove the only processing system that your mind has had for the past 4, 5, 6 years to handle stress or anything on your own, you're left with a void in your head. And this is not only including the fact that you're withdrawing from having the chemical and nicotine in your system, but it's a matter of also the reasons why you were smoking to begin with, which was to alleviate all the stresses and problems and help you negotiate through it all. You're taking that whole entire system out, that whole entire processing system out, and you're left with nothing. So you're all in disarray up here. Not only that, you're craving for more, all coupled together. And that's pretty much, I guess, in a nutshell, what I'm going through right now. If you've experienced once again, then you will totally understand. And if you haven't, then, well, you'll never really understand. But it's not easy, and I feel that when people are actually trying to quit something bad like that, anything bad, like they're actually dedicating themselves to quitting for good, I feel that people should be out there trying to support and help out, because it really is not easy, trust me. Like, I'm going insane, I'm going crazy right now. And not only am I deprived of the nicotine in my body and in my system, but I'm also, for the time being, as of the past 16 days, been deprived of a processing system to handle all the stresses and pressures that don't go on a pause button just because I'm trying to quit smoking. It's still going on. Whatever's going on, I have to figure out a way to juggle it and manage the stress and the pressures and everything in a way that is different than what I've been doing for the past 4.5, 5, 6 years. Because apparently I quit that as of 16 days ago. So while I'm trying to simultaneously balance everything, handle those cravings, I'm also trying to figure out a way to create a new processing system to process and handle all the stresses and problems in an organized, calm manner. Just as it was prior to me starting smoking. So, yeah, all that's going on in my head right now. And it's difficult, and it's crazy, and it's just complete anarchy. It's complete anarchy. While simultaneously not trying to create new habits that are just less evils of the old ones, which is it's just terrible, and that's just stupid. But Sadak here saying that while coffee is not coffee is not the greatest substitute for it, for now, keeping very close watch as to how much I consume, it'll do for now. But Sadak here saying that you guys may or may not be traversing the same type of turf or territory that I'm doing right now, inside here or over here, or we're trying to quit, or we're trying to handle withdrawals, or we're thinking about doing it, but, you know, persevere, and don't quit the battle, because my goodness, this battle is, I like the competition, so don't get me wrong, but wow, this is a real challenge. But, you know, I believe in you guys. You know, stay funky brass mug, stay chuki musabis. Man, the coffee is like, oh man, it goes right through me. But I will see you guys later. I will update you guys the next time the withdrawals get really, really, really serious. But this is day 16. Wish me luck. I'll catch you guys later. Shoots.